Hey YouTubers, I went to an auction today with the intent to buy a big hydraulic press that would have been about 25 to 30 ton. It was a nice one. I just couldn't swing the finances on that one. But I picked up a bunch of little stuff. And the prices were right on most of it. Let's see, the bearings. I paid $2 and I got a pair of these, new in the package, and then there's a smaller one. $2 for those 3 bearings. I've always got projects going on, and those will come in handy for something. Now, this is a Hamilton Beach juicer used for squishing lemons and stuff, I don't know. But it was converted, it's converted into a thing. He's got a taper on here, and he used to make rings. And what I heard was he had a great big block of silver that he carved stuff off of, and I don't know if he melted it down or what to make rings. So I just thought it was a cool little press. It won't press a whole lot, but maybe I can use it for something. Now the surprise of the day, I don't know if you can see it. Let me move you over here. There's this little red toolbox that's full of all these little Scotch-Brite wheels, and I've got the setup to use these now, and so I thought I'd grab them. They held that box up, and then they grabbed this box and said, "Oh, this one won't open." They're in a big hurry. I bought all that for $2. And when I opened it up, first thing I saw was this. That's got to be at least an ounce of silver. And then there's a silver knife handle. And there's another silver knife. I don't know if the blade would be silver or not. And there's like a spoon handle, and that says silver on it. There's a whole bunch of little shavings of silver here, and that's what's in this bottle is silver. No, that's got screws in it. This is the one, there's a bunch of silver in there. And then I got to digging around in the bottom part, and this is all silver. That's a good 1/16, 3/32 thick. All this is silver. I don't know how much it weighs, but there's quite a bit of silver here. That was pretty cool. There was 2 of these little engravers. I don't know if you can see them or not. A little saw. So this was like this little box to make his little trinkets out of. So I'll have to put this away somewhere safe. There's a bunch of these rings. I think they're silver too. There were some little punches and different things in there. A little triangle needle file. Bunch of stuff in there. Compass. And there's some silver solder in there too. So that was a kind of a cool, good buy. A couple little containers of brass sketching pins. They were in there. I bought a little bucket. I've got a bunch of these kind of things. I don't know what I'll use them for, but they're find one that's not packaged up. Just hydraulic, use air valves. I don't know what I'll use them for, but I always think it's cool to have stuff like that around just in case. I think these were, yeah, those are some brass screws. I got this tray right here. I had to pay a little bit more for this. The bucket of cylinders I paid $20 for, which I probably spent too much on those. This was $35. But this tray has got a bunch of deburring tools, different types of deburring tools, little triangle files, and then those are all a bunch of little files, different kinds of files. There's a bunch of these thread files. Some are metric, some are, you know, standard. Here's some more handles and deburring tools. Some kind of little oiler or something. But there's a whole bunch of these thread restoring files. Some metric, some US. I haven't even dug down through here. There's a tap handle with a tap. I know there was another tap in here. There's a square file, little needle file. That one's smooth. It might be, that's an awl. Here's another tap. It's for marking, goes into something. Another deburring tool. A couple more deburring tools. A half round flat file, another thread tool, another one. I don't know what you call that. A stop. You can clamp it on your lathe for a stop on the lathe. And then there's this. This is a package of all brand new, these triangle files. Those will come in handy. So that's this box. That was 20, what was it, 20 bucks? 35 bucks. No. Yeah, that was 35 bucks for all this stuff. There's a rule. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And then this is a box, one of those, oops, there's my phone. This is just one of those boxes with all the drawers and all the goofy little stuff people put in them. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's a whole bunch of C-clips, and there's just a boatload of set screws, all different kinds of set screws and stuff. I'll get those filed away where they belong in my collection of stuff. So that was all the small stuff. Let me turn you around and show you the big purchase of the day. Big old anvil. I haven't figured out who the maker is. It looks like it says American right there, and 134 pounds, I think. Let me stand up and look at it. 132 pounds. Now it has been repaired. I didn't see that in the dark corner of the building where it was setting. It's got some welding on here, and there's some welding here, and along here. But it's nice and square, and this is a lot flatter than my other anvil. So that's a good thing. The horn's in nicer shape than my mouse hole anvil is. My mouse hole is cupped right here, and it's just not real flat across the top. Now I'm not sure what size hardy hole that is. It might be an inch. My other one's a 7/8. So I'm going to clean this up, make a stand for it. I got a bunch of other tools. That doesn't really fit it very well. Of course this doesn't go with it, but there's a few of these wedges that were with it. Splitting wedges. This in here needs a handle, but it's a rounding hammer. This one here was a 1/4 inch punch. You'd set that on your material and hit it with another hammer. I don't know if you can see that. It says 1/4 inch on it. And then there's another one here that must be 3/8 or 1/2 inch. And I think there was another one with, oh, that was that without a handle. This is a cut-off tool. For some reason he put these old hammer handles on top of the wood handles, which I'll have to change that. But that's about the extent of my auction. I had to pay $325 for this anvil. But I think it was well worth it. It's almost $3 a pound. I remember when they used to sell for $1 a pound. But then again, I see a lot of them selling for $500 and $600 a pound. So I think I got a good deal. And since it's already had some repair work on it, I think I'll find out what kind of rod I need to use. And maybe I can fix these spots that have chipped back out. There's a little bit of chip there. This is pretty bad here. And there's a little bit along here. But I won't be afraid to fix it since it's already been worked on. I'll just need to figure out the proper way of doing it. I think I'm going to clean it up, make a stand for it first, and then go from there. Thanks for watching.